Instadiety is a restaurant called Instadiety that will operate through an application which will give the customer the possibility of having a personal menu that will be according to the dietary restriction, food habits, and tastes. That is to say that it will be a restaurant that will satisfy the client request as stated by the diet assigned by the system, so that the restaurant will offer a personal menu that will include breakfast, so lunch, and meal. According to the food, each client can eat. In other words, if the person cannot eat certain food, he or she will have the possibility of having a personal menu, of choosing the ingredients. Also, if there is someone who doesn't like some food, he or she will be had the opportunity to choose the food he or she can eat. The restaurant will provide dishes of what he or she asks for. Not only the restaurant will satisfy the people who have a strict diet, but also is going to be a new possibility to the people who want to care of themselves, who want to look better, who are fitness. So the app will give the clients what they ask and want for. Mainly, the app will offer healthy food such as fruits, vegetables, proteins like meat, chicken, fish, also seeds, eggs, grains, spices, beans, seafood, nuts, and rings that will be provided by the specific suppliers of each country where we will internationalize the app. Our target client is going to be people from 18 to 70 years. In this segment, we are going to find people who really want to look good and healthy and really care of their appearance, or people who have special medical care. Some suffer from diseases or medical conditions, so they want to eat certain food. So this is the procedure. First of all, the client enters to the app, which will be asked him or her for specific information such as his name, age, weight, height, email address, and telephone. Also, the app will ask if the client suffers from any illness or he or she is allergic to any food. Also, the app will ask him or her what is their goal, if they want to take care of their health, if they want to be fitness and gain muscle mass or lose weight or take care of their health, as I said before. Afterwards, the client will be asked about the ingredients or the food he or she likes and can eat. Finally, this is the final dish, the specialized and special dish that the app is going to give to the client. The comparative advantage. We consider that this is a good app because the company will provide uh, exclusive app that will be care about customer habits and necessities. There are going to be people who want to look beautiful, take care of their image, or there are going to be people who want to take care of their food habits. So this app will be the best solution for them. We find that this is a huge comparative advantage because in other countries where there are people who don't want to change their food habits, they don't have the alternative to do it because they don't find easily where to eat or apps who brings them what they need to eat. Furthermore, we find that our app is going to be really useful to people who really want to care about their health and their appearance. Also, we consider it is an innovative idea because we can see that in the market there is no variety to eat healthy food, and much less there is no restaurant app that is personalized as ours. In terms of cost, we think that our products will be have a good preparation, so are going to be expensive. However, we look for the best suppliers who are in charge of selling us the best products with the best quality, so our customer can order their meals at a reasonable price according to the specialized service we are offering them. Additionally, we are implementing a differential strategy that will make the company look really different and unique in the market by being really personalized at customer wishes. I mean, the company will give each customer a variety of food it can eat according to their repetition and diet restrictions. Few companies satisfy customers' needs in a specific and personalized way. So we can see that there are going to be 5 chefs special suppliers in each country. These are the three countries we select in the matrix. These are the food they are going to supply us, the meat, chicken, fish, grains, and fruits and vegetables. And then we are going to prepare the special dish. This was the country selection. We choose the 10 countries by selecting, by taking into account two pages, the Oxfam and Boomerang. This was a matrix that take into account all the countries, so we can see the overall. These are the more healthiest countries, depend on these variables: enough to eat, affordability, food quality, and diabetes and obesity. So we choose the countries also with according with this list, and then we take into account these countries, the selected countries. So we can see that here in this list are Switzerland, Italy, Spain, France, Netherlands, Japan, Iceland, Australia, Israel, and Germany. These were the variables that we can use in the matrix because we choose many variables like Terry, but we can use it because there was enough information.
Okay, so now I'm going to explain the comparison. So we compare three countries: Australia, Germany, and Netherlands. By knowing the five dimensions of Hosfede. So at first we study the power distance dimension. In this dimension we identify that the three countries have similar results. So the three of them had a low distance. On the other hand, we have individualism. The three countries are individualistic societies, especially Germany, whose children start to be selected and categorized by being in the school. And then we see the masculinity dimension. So in this dimension, Australia, Germany are masculine societies, but Netherlands is a feminine society. So in this country, the society is more concerned about their quality life and have a balance between the the work also. So this is very important. In the same way, we study the uncertainty avoidance. So in Australia and Netherlands, they avoid a lot the uncertainty by follow the traditions of its culture with a set of rules. And but Germany doesn't care about the uncertainty and it's okay with the changes. Finally, we study the long-term orientation. So we we notice that Germany and Netherlands like the results in the future, and uh, and Australia doesn't like it, and it is a normative society, looking the results in a short period of time. Uh, so now we are going to explain the why we choose Australia as our target market. So in the process, we defined three countries that were Germany, Australia, and Netherlands. But we defined Australia because it gave us more conditions for our business, like the infrastructure is very good. The social advantages, especially with their mobile phones, and in this country we can had a lot of information crucial for our business idea.
Okay, this is the relevant information for Sydney: the geographic, the latitude, the climate, and the annual and aggregate annual presentation. Next, uh, Sydney produce market in larger fresh fruits and vegetables, whole market in Australia, and one of larger in the world. And Australia learned, produce mark, and become the price brainer for fruit and vegetables. It's also continued to share a stand of Operation Excel in the fruit and vegetable industry include the development of cold chain system, distribution network, and the technical innovation. There are other points that is target market that consumer worry about reduce the fat products. There is a current that consumer hold about fat, sugar, salt, and energy may be important motivation factor, which many demand their computers. About the adult food consume over 18 years old participate in only Survivor in November. Participate were selected from global market research that bus that invitate to participate via email. There are other items that is consumer behavior, that is Australians value health products and why to pay more their goods. Australians consumer tend to have more gift height consumption habits. Australians are increasingly concerned with the health and environment consequences. The demand risk of the race and organic foods environment makes and the product like energy saving technology. We consider that we consider Australians are clearly adopts because they are people who really care of the healthy. They want to see new alternative to care of soulness and have better food habits. So the app could be considered that innovate that idea will be perceived in a good way. Profile consumer, the profile consumer who really care about the consumer habits, taking care of low calories and carbohydrates products to take the preference in the figure and health properly. In the profile consumers, they check to preserve the health humanity. They want to find innovative alternative to contribute to the care to the health, such as app to have to propose of give them possibility to having the proposed menu according to the preference of necessary. The other are segment. Our segment mostly will be people who have 18 to 70 years who want to healthy because they need to in terms health and medical restrictions or want to eat healthy because they want to look good, feel beautiful, and have a good habit. Our target make the are people who like to look healthy, are many well now for the healthy appearance and physique. Also, they care about when they eat in order feel good. They are comfortable. They usually exercise and also they have good eating habits. Additional, the people who want to find alternative to fit and the healthy request.
Okay, now so the entry mode we are going to use basically is going to be the e-commerce method. So uh, we choose this method because it's related with the apps. Most of the apps use this method, and for this method we have to be constantly updating new information and controlling the consumer behavior for being effective. On the other hand, we have to make licensing with the platforms we are gonna choose. So, for example, the App Store and the Google Play Store. So where we are going to place our app for the people of Australia use the app Uh, okay, so here we found some economical and political legal analysis. Uh, as you can see, the population, the economic statistics. Here are some communication systems. Like one very important is the voice and data radio networks, and the services that costing of communication options. They use most of them. Okay, so here is the foreign investment. So Australia is very open to international trade, which represents 40% of the country GDP, and the country trade balance was characterized by a structural deficit until 2007. Foreign trade is highly dependent on the Chinese economic situation because the prices or the raw materials and the value of dollar depends on it and change with the movement and phenomenons, economic phenomenons. So, okay, some international trade statistics are the following. Uh, Now we are going to mention the trade restrictions. So the most important restrictions are the import controls, the custom valuation and tariff, the custom clearance, the anti-dumping and countervailing duties, documentary requirements, and product standard and consumer protection. These are very important because we have to protect our product of copyrights and be competitive in this country. Okay, so some agreement. Uh, Australia has been active in pursuing free trade agreement. It has concluded FTAs with number of countries including New Zealand, Singapore, the US, China, Chile, Thailand, Malaysia, Korea, and Japan. Australia has also signed multi-cultural country FTAs such as the Asian Australia New Zealand FTA and the Trans-Pacific Partnership TTP. Australia is also is an active member in various international forums such as WTO and the APEC. So these these organizations are very important because it contributes to the commerce be more open and fast and quickly. Okay, so now the ports or airports we can use. So these are the four main airports that are Port of Walcott, Port of Heathrow, Port of Broome, and Sydney Airport. Okay, so in order to obtain patent protection, they must follow the following characteristics uh, for habit in Australia. So, for example, be direct to patentable subject matter, or be novel or new, and so on.
Cultural analysis. The governor implemented in 2015 two programs to relate to health, to call primary health network to telehealth. Geographic. World small continent, but is larger country in the largest country in Oceania. Location. Oceania continent between the Indian Ocean and South Pacific Ocean. The cultural imperative, elective and includes when people do business. Marine etiquette, Australians are not very formal to greetings, are casual to relates. Relationship and communication. Australians are very direct in the way in the communication. There is often an element of humor, often self-department in the speech. Business meeting etiquette and negotiation marketing decision is other agreement. What to wear? Business dress in conserving Melbourne in Sydney. There is important that is the Sydney important city in this. Business cards, it change that the initial introduction without formal ritual. The other information that is religion, and language that English is the primary language in Australia. and the second language are Chinese language.
So for more information, look the word file.